Good day, you guys. This is the Draughting Geek. As I promised that I will be creating a YouTube channel for actually giving tutorials on how to use Revit. So let us dive in. So the only thing that you're gonna see whenever you're opening Revit, this is your home screen that you're gonna see. As you guys can see, I'm using my Revit at 2024.2 version. Okay, the first thing now you're gonna have here, you're gonna have on your left models and families. These are two different things. Most of you guys actually know what these are. So what we're gonna be focusing on is creating a new model. So let us dive in. Here, this is where you actually open a Revit model. If you have finished your drafting or you didn't finish it, but now you want to continue, you can come here on open a Revit file and then you continue working on it. But also you're going to see it here on your recent Revit files. Okay, now jumping on to new. This is what we are focusing on now, since our class is focused on creating a new model where we are modeling walls, your slab, your structural slab, and also modeling your roof, your gutters, and fascia board. I'm not gonna be touching on putting your windows and your doors for now. That's gonna be on our second class or second tutorial. So click here, create a Revit model file, a new Revit model file. So click in there. This will pop up. New project under template file. Make sure that you select architectural template if you are working on an architectural model, or if you're working on a structural template, a structural model. You can click here on structural template, or if you're working on mechanical systems, electrical, plumbing. The mechanical systems, electrical, and plumbing. This is basically MEP, and also explain that I will be teaching MEP also. But now, let us learn the basics. Let us start with architectural template. Oh, here in construction template, this is where you're actually modeling your roads, your roof, anything that has to do with construction. It is easier. So the, the reason why we're having these different templates, it is because on an architectural template, you're going to find more of architectural things, more of architectural families. You do not have to always keep loading in new families inside your model. Nah, you're not going to be doing that. So let's jump into learning actually how we can model these things. Now, click on architectural template. We're creating a new project here, not a new project template, but I will explain later what are we doing if we are creating a new project template. Now click OK. Then boom, this is what you're gonna see. This is the first thing you're gonna see when you open your Revit model. So as you can see on the top, you're gonna see this is project one, floor plan, this is level zero. You are on level zero. As you can see here, this is level zero. So now on your left, you're gonna see properties, project browser, you're gonna see your views here. These are actually gonna be so essential along the video. Okay, now the first thing that we're gonna do is check your scale. I normally use 1 is 200. 1 is 200 is a way better scale to work in Revit. Yeah, I would not actually suggest using 1 is to 1. because you will have these elevations not being visible. You see, so choose one is to 100, or you can choose one is to 50, one is to 25, one is to 20. But anything less than that, uh, you're gonna be having a very hard time. Yeah. So let us click on one is to 100. You have checked your scale, right? Okay. Let us jump into model. Now, the first thing you're gonna do when you start modeling is opening your elevations. Choose any elevation that you feel suitable or you just want to work with. I normally use south. Click on your south elevation, double click actually. So you're gonna see here your elevations, there are levels in there. So you're gonna see a level one, this is level zero. So let us, since we are actually modeling a basic residential house, okay, you just click here. If you want to maybe extend your levels here, you click on each one of them and then come at this circle here, press and hold, and then drag to your right. Same applies here in the circle here. Click and hold and drag to the left. You see, so that's how you actually extend your levels left and right, or shall I say sideways. Okay. Now, how do you actually rename your levels? Now, please listen clearly. You click on your level. As you can see on your views, on your left, your project browser, you're going to see floors here. You're going to see level 0, which is this. You're going to see level 1, which is this. Now, I want to change my level 0 to a first floor level. And I also want to change my level 1 to my wall plate level. You see, so let us change the naming of these levels. Click on the level, come here inside the wording, click on the wording. Now you rename it. This is my first floor level. Enter again. It will change. Look on your left, project browsers, it will change in there to first floor level. Now, as you can see, we haven't changed level 1, so it won't change on your project browser. But when we change our level 1, please click on your line level, click on your wording, and then change it to wall plate. Enter. Nice. And then our next step here, since we also need an NGL for our building, what we're going to do now is how do we add a level? Now, take your cursor to the top right, you would see level in there. Also, click there. I normally use pick lines. I pick a line, specify my offset. Let us say I will have a slab that is a 300 millimeters thick. I click my offset to be 300, press enter. Remember to press enter, and then you come here, you click it, press escape. Now, these are clashing in here. Now, click on your level. There's a click on this add elbow sign here and drag it down. come here, drag it down also. Now, so now what happens if I want to add maybe a higher level on top of my wall plate? Nice. So you just come here on level, pick line. Let us say you want to add maybe a second floor. This determine its height, say 2.9 meters. Click enter. Come on your wall plate. You're gonna add it there. So now I will have a wall in here, a slab, and have another wall up in here. So we are not actually modeling a double story here. Let us delete this one. Delete, press OK, then we're fine. We're good to go. Now let us rename this level to NGL. This is my NGL. Click enter. Now, boy, now what happens if I feel like I'm not comfortable with these circles in here, this in here, or maybe to me they look ugly. Okay, what I am gonna do here is I'm gonna click in this level, click on this one, and click on this one. Now, how did I do it that I can select multiple levels at the same time? I come to this level, I click on it, press Control and hold. Click on the second level, click on the last level. I come to here. Go on your left, drop down, you'll see a triangular head. And then I change it to my triangular head. I definitely love this type of leveling. So, what is next? Let us get into modeling right now. So, you jump into your first floor level. I am gonna be modeling on my first floor level. Mm, I right click on my level. I go to floor plan. Boom, it's open. Or I can just come here in my project browser. I double click and then boom, it's open. Now let us jump into modeling. Oh, what am I gonna start with? So the first thing that you're gonna start with is your walls. You cannot start with your slab, but you can start with your walls. So after your walls, you can now jump into modeling your slab by tracing the line faces of the walls. Yeah, okay. Let us jump into wall. Under architecture, you're going to see wall in here. Or if you want to learn your shortcuts, you can just on your keyboard type double A, WA, sorry, and then you're going to have your wall. But now in here, since some of us are basic users in Revit, or some of us, it's our first time learning Revit. Okay, jump in here in your wall, click on it, and then in your properties, you're going to see different types of walls. You're also going to see a curtain wall in here. So I normally use this type of wall. Now, if you have a architectural template, you're going to see this wall in here, these types of walls. So I choose my wall here. So the other thing that I'm going to do here is edit type. And then when I edit type, I go to structure. Or let us start by duplicating it. If we're duplicating it here, we're creating a new wall, but with the same properties as the previous wall that we had. So now let me rename this new wall. Let me name it an M150. N150 building block. Say okay. I'll come here and edit now. Edit structure. Come here. My wall thickness is going to be 150, so. And then click enter. And then click OK. Now let us change this color to red. Say apply. And then OK. Now remember that we are modeling from our first floor level up to our wall plate. This is where we, our wall plate is going to be sitting, and then we having our trusses. And now, okay, go back to your first floor level. You click on the architecture wall. You already set up your wall. So now, remember that we are drafting, or our wall height will be from first floor level up to our wall plate. So our base constraint is going to be first floor level, and our top constraint, as you can see here, it's unconnected, and the unconnected height of it is 8,000 from first floor level. So we change this top constraint to our wall plate, and then our unconnected height will change to height 4 meters or 4,000 millimeters. So now, I do not want my house to be 4,000 millimeters in height. No. Now, what are you gonna do? You just go back to your elevation level, you change your height. How do I change my height? Okay, I just click here on the number, I change it. Let's say 2.9. Boom. Then it changes. Now let us go back. One again. Now it changes here to 2.9 meters. So let us carry on. Now let us start drafting. This is not actually, this is actually an example of it. So I'm gonna be drafting anywhere I like. Hmm. What else can I add in here? So now let us say uh, this is our garage maybe. So this is how you dimension your building. You just come here on your top, align the dimension, leave it as aligned, and then you come in here. You can actually change what you pick in here. Sorry, come here, we'll satellite. I choose wall faces so that it picks the faces of my wall. So let me, I'm just gonna make my garage here maybe 6,000. Extend this a bit. Mm, Remember, guys, this is just an example. So what else are we gonna do now? Mm, our building is very close to our elevation here. Let us mark everything in here and move it into the center. Nice. Now, what we gonna do here, let us open our 3D. Now in Revit, whenever you are drawing a wall, yeah, in your 2D, it also appears on your 3D. Now, how do I rotate this? I can use this box in here, or I can press Shift and hold and press the middle button of my mouse, and then I can turn it around anyhow I like it. Mm, I like this view here. Nice. Now, let us continue back to your first floor level. Now, I have to model my slab. Okay, let us jump into our structure. Go to your slab. Hmm, this is my foundation slab, but it's standard also. Edit tab. Always check properties of an element that you are using, whether it's an architectural element or structural element. Always start by checking it before you continue with modeling. Now, remember when I was setting up my levels, I chose the height from my first floor level to my NGL to be 300. So for me, the thickness of this standard slab I found on Revit, it is okay. But if I want to change it, you can change it here. Maybe you made your NGL to be 400 to 50. You can change it here and then click OK. Uh, Let me rename my slab. This is a 300 millimeter thick slab. Then press enter, apply, and OK. Now, make sure that you check where your slab is situated. The level, first floor level, that's okay, that's fine. Let us continue. I pick line on your top right, and then you're tracing now the wall faces to create a slab. Remember, a slab must be in enclosed loops and it must not. Uh, Let us continue and forget the other point. Click the facing here, click this face, click this one, click this one, click this one, and click this one. Let us leave out the garage face because the slab on the garage must also have a ramp. So we're not going to be using a structural slab to model a ramp on the garage. So let us leave the garage. Now press escape. Now, as you can see that these lines here, these two lines are not connected. Now, how do we connect it? So we have different types of ways we can use this, or we can model this, or we can connect this. Yeah. So the first way of connecting it is by dragging the line. It is by dragging this line and join it to this one and drag this one, join it to this one. But I just hate that method. What I normally do, let me undo what I just did. Wow. Okay. Click back. Yeah. So what I normally do, I use trim. Now this is trim or extended to corner. I use trim. Click on trim, click here and click the furthest point of the other line you want to trim. Nice. Come here also, Click here, click the furthest point, then good. Now, this is in closed loops. Now, if you want to check if my lines are in closed loops, you just hover over the line here and then press tab, and then boom, it's in closed loop, it's connected. This actually signifies that your lines are connected. And then finish edit mode. Uh, Now, what is happening? I cannot see my slab here. Definitely, you will not see it. You're in first floor level. Where you can see it is on your 3D. Boom, there's your slab. You have your slab on 3D, and then you rotate, checking if everything is covered. Yeah, everything is covered. Remember, we are not modeling the garage slab since it must have a roof, sorry, a ramp. So we're going to be using an architectural slab. Now, how are we going to do that? It's the best and easier way than using a structural slab in the garage and having a ramp. But I am going to show you on our following classes how you can turn your structural slab to have a ramp. So here, for now, we're going to be using our architectural slab so we can have a ramp. So you come here in the architecture, you come in floors, choose your floor. You're gonna see different types of floors in here. I choose this one. It is basically 160 millimeter concrete. So edit type, I wanna change here. Change my slab to be 200. And then for the ramp to actually be activated, I'm going to click here the variable. Click variable and then click OK. Rename this 200 millimeter thick slab. Then enter, apply, and then OK. Now I'm going to check my level in here. Yes, I want it to be on my first floor level, but now I have to get a step. Whenever I come from the garage into the house, I must have a step in there, maybe 100 millimeters. Just assuming though. Okay, what are you gonna do here? Now, yes, my slab is on my first floor level here, but now I want to have that step. Just say, remember that our slab for the building was 300 millimeters and the slab for the garage is 200. So let me minus this 100. Click enter and then apply. And then now I'll start modeling my architectural slab. You're gonna see that Revit is gonna complain about uh, a slab overlapping another slab. Remember that we trim our lines in here. Trim this one, click here, trim this one, click OK. Boom. Go to your 3D view. Now, the reason why you see a gap in here, it is because there is a gap. Yeah. I'm kidding you guys. So the reason that we see a gap in here is that we're having a step here. As you can see, this this architectural slab is selected here, and then we have a step to the structural slab into the house. So uh, now let us close down this. Just turn on your front view on 3D. You just drag this down to here, or you can just align it. When you align, come here to modify. You click align. you click on what you want to align on. Click on it and then click what you want to align to. And then boom. Okay. Align. You rotate. This side. Yeah. On your back. Also, you click align. Come here, align this. And then boom. You're good to go. Now we have finished modeling our walls and slabs. What's next now is modeling our roof. Where is our roof going to be sitting? It's going to be sitting on our wall plate. So you have to open your wall plate level. This is your wall plate level. Now, my guy, I have to create a roof footprint now. What, a, what am I have to do? Come to architecture, roof, and then roof by footprint. Yeah, but now, hey, this looks like a pitched roof, but now it's more like a concrete roof. Well, that's fine. Scroll down, you're going to see a roof, a pitched roof with Roman tiles. Click on it. Mm, you come here, just like the way you did on the slab. You pick lines, but the difference now is that, hey, I will have an overhang on my roof. Okay, so now I have to offset it. Let us say my overhang is going to be maybe 600 or 400 or 500. It's up to you, man. So let me choose 400. Where is that? Base level is my wall plate. So do I want to offset it? No, I do not want to offset it. Okay, come here. You already click your pick lines. Do not click it again. So on your wall faces, click on your wall face here, click here, click, click, click. Uh, uh-huh. Now, what else are you gonna do now? Same as the slab. Do treatment. Use your trim and extend tool. Sorry, where's my trim and extend tool? There. Trim and extend, trim and extend, trim and extend, trim and extend. Hmm. Now I want to change the pitch of my roof here, but now it's 30 degrees. Hmm. But I want to have 25 or 23 or 27 or 28. I just change here on your properties. Do not press escape or do not press finish or cancel edit mode. Do not. Just come to your dimensions here, properties, dimensions, slope, and then you click on there. You just change it to your preferred slope and then click apply and then we're good to go. When you press on your line here, you're going to see 25 degrees, 25, 25. Okay, now then you can click finish edit mode. Boom, this is your pitch roof. Now go to 2D. Boom, that's very nice, man. Hmm. When I zoom in closer, these are actually tiles. And also, whenever you are converting to CAD, let me open myself. Okay, let me extend my level in here. Now, when you find shaded, no, yeah, shaded, yeah, shaded. Now, when you are converting to CAD, this will also be visible in CAD. These tiles in here will also be visible in CAD. but I do not normally use CAD because I can do everything here in Revit. Okay, continue 3D looks very nice, but now what do I have to do now? Go to my wall plate. Hey, I gotta add my fascia board and then add my gutters. I gotta add my rainwater pipes. Hey, I also have to add my vent pipes. I also gotta add my stack pipes. You see, but those will not be included in here. We're just gonna be including your fascia board and the gutters. That's all, man. Okay, so how do I add my fascia board? You start with your fascia board and then your gutter. You just come to roof here, drop down, fascia board. Click on the edges of your roof. As you can see, small lines have been created in here. Remember, you can also edit your fascia board properties, your size of your fascia board. You can also edit your gutters. So we're done. Hmm. Let me click on here on my fascia board. Edit type. You see, we have different types of fascia boards in here. Many of them. You see, brick soldier. You have your C channels. Many of them. You can change your sizes, profile foundation, strip footings. You can come on, man. You can choose anything that you like. You see, you can even choose the material in them. Hey, I would want to choose on there. I do not want to go in there because that would take a lot of time to load. But hey, I trust my PC. Let me just click in here. Boom. You see, you can choose your project materials in here. But hey, I am gonna be explaining this maybe on our following tutorials. Let me just cancel. Let me just cancel this. Okay, boom. Now you have your fascia board in here. Uh, where is it? Boom, there is it. So what do I have to do now? I have to add my gutters here. As you can see though, this is a little bit off. You see, that means I have to extend maybe my fascia board. Let me try my vertical offset in here, make it a 50. Let's see what happens. Oh, it goes up. So what you can do is say that's a minus 100. Boom. You see? Nice, man. But let me undo this here because my guts is no, I do not want to save it because my guts are going to be installed straight on this fascia board. Go back to your wall plate, choose your roof, gutters, and then when you add your gutters, add them on the face of your fascia board. Boom. Hey, could not create a gutter. What's happening? Expand. Could not create. What's the error saying? Okay. You're clicking on the face, right? So, you guys, I am going to be explaining lots and lots of it on our next classes. But for now, I just want you to have a basic understanding on what is actually happening here in Revit. So for those people who like actually working on CAD mode, you can come in files here, options. Hey, I want to change my colors, man. They use dark mode. Okay, click OK. Everything changes to dark mode. There are people who actually like the graphics of CAD, so you can use it. Yeah, you see, you can use it here. So you can just choose your course here, choose the hidden or just wireframe. You see, this is your gutter, fascia board. This is your roof here, your wall here, your slab in here. See, I also like using the CAD mode. It has better graphics, man. So actually, this is the end of our class, and then we will continue our next class and use the same model to show you how we're loading in families, your bed, your sofas, your tables, how we model your kitchen. I am going to be teaching you guys more of Revit in the following class. Not in the following class, but on the following videos. Sorry, you guys. Hmm. I think this comes to the end. So, guys, remember, this is the Drafting Geek. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like the video and also invite more people to actually watch on the video so they can learn more about drafting knowledge in here, because I am not going to be teaching some architectural drafting only. I am going to be teaching some structural drafting, our mechanical, electrical, and plumbing drafting. uh, the side of MEP is kind of very difficult, so you guys should embrace yourself for a very detailed step by step. So I am going to be teaching you guys how to use your view templates, setting up work sets. I am going to be teaching you guys everything you wish to know. So if ever you want to know something, drop it down in our comment section. I am going to look into it and I am going to respond to you with the video. So cheers, you guys. Have a lovely one. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time.